This is going to be a pretty short video. There's not a whole lot to go over. This is my review of this. It's Hercules Extremely Strong Tested 1000 meter spool, 50 pound, 4-ply, 0.37 millimeter PE braided line. It's, you know, super abrasion resistance and long casting and stuff, whatnot. I bought this off eBay. It's like $26, I think, is what I paid. The spool has a little adapter here, but you're still getting 1,000 meters or so. That's just more for looks. I think the spindle is probably a little beefier than it actually needs to be. The important thing is how it works. Now, I've seen lots of videos where they test it against spider wire or whatnot, and some of it breaks harder, or after the spider wire breaks first, some of it breaks before that. I did my testing by tying it to a large bolt and then tying the other hand to a swivel and connecting the swivel to a fishing scale, and then just basically pulling until it broke. In my testing, this 50-pound line always broke on the knot, and it broke pretty consistently at 30 pounds. That's with the Berkeley braided knot and the Palomar knot were the two best performing knots, and it was pretty consistent at 30 pounds. So that's something to consider if you're thinking about buying some of this off-brand stuff. If I had known that it would break that low compared to the actual test of the line, I probably would have gone for 80-pound test. Then it would should break closer to 60. I haven't tested it, but that's something to consider. The dye on it does bleed off pretty good. I've only used it one time, but even just spooling it, it tends to come off on your fingers. When it gets wet, it tends to bleed a bit. I don't have the pole with me at the moment, but the roller bearing on the Pin Pursuit has like a red, pretty good red spot all the way around it from the dye coming off of it. But you kind of get what you pay for this amount of line at that pound test. It was, I figured it was worth risking. The first time I ever bought any of this discount super line. But I thought I'd make a little review here. I hope it helps somebody that's thinking about buying it, so that you know that just because it's 50-pound test, it might not break at that. Now, I think it maybe my knot tying is not the greatest. It may be that the lines has a break-in period to soften up where it doesn't break as easy. I'm not sure, but at 30 pounds consistently, that's what I set it up for, assuming that it's 30-pound test line, since that's the weak point. I hope this video helps somebody out who's thinking about purchasing some of this stuff. And keep fishing. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.